Welcome back to the Toyverse, folks, and today we're looking at Super 7's offering of the He-Man Ultimate Classics line, Ultimate Faker. Now, being honest with you, I am not the biggest He-Man fan. Maybe something to do with Ghostbusters 2, but He-Man I never really grew up with. I grew up with New Adventures of He-Man, where it was like in space or whatever that show was called. I did not grow up with original He-Man, although I did have an original Castle Grayskull as a kid. I think we got it at the Goodwill, to be honest with you. But that's neither here or there. Super 7 solicited these pre-orders last year around the holidays, and I jumped on board. Mostly because I wanted to make sure that Thundercats would continue. With Super 7 not being able to fulfill Thundercats, I'm now stuck with Masters of the Universe Classics Ultimates. It's kind of bittersweet, to be honest with you. But I'm here to do a toy review, and that's what I am going to do. So let's take the figure, and as you can see, it's right there, but I'm going to pull the gray mailer box aside. I'm going to show you the packaging eventually. So, here is the packaging. It's very nice packaging. It's got some classic artwork on the side. Bring that in a little more. It's got instructions how to do the alternate heads and such. It's got the Super 7 logo on there. Got a barcode, not sure why. But hey, that is what it is. Now, a point of contention with a lot of He-Man fans is the fact that this is not a collector-friendly box when it was promised to be one. Personally, I'm okay with it. It would have been nice to have a cool box. I know there's a lot of people that are mad about that, and I understand that frustration because it should have had what was promised. But they said it was because it would cause shipping delays. That is what it is. That's Super 7, folks. As you can tell, I'm not really too high on Super 7 right now. Might be that Thundercat bitterness there. I'm sure they tried the best that they could. Like they did with giving people collector-friendly packaging. But, so yeah. There's the packaging. Toss that aside. Let's go ahead and bring it in and look at Super 7's offering of Faker here. Like I said, I don't have too much knowledge with Faker. Or anybody really with He-Man. So I can't give you any more details than that. I've done a little bit of research, try to be prepared. So let's go ahead and bring this figure in closer and look at the sculpt. The sculpting is fantastic on it. Mattel did a great job with this back in the day. And I'm glad to see that Super 7 made sure that that quality was still there. Some cases, I think the paint apps look a little bit better than on the classic figure that Mattel released back in the day. So, great head, great armor. Cool thing about the armor is you can take it off. Pop the head off. Pull that aside. We got that nice classic design on his chest. A homage, if you will, to the vintage action figure. We got his boots that are sculpted very nicely. That is pretty cool. So let me pop old Faker's head back on here, and let's go over the articulation. In terms of the head, it is on a ball peg, as you saw. Head sort of looks up. Can look down. We got some side-to-side action here. And it spins all the way around. In terms of an ab crunch, it goes down that much, goes back that far. So not bad, not bad. In terms of the arms, they go out that far, bring them back down, and they go all the way around. He does have a bicep cut right here, and single jointed elbow, and no hinge in the hand. But it does rotate 360. Does have a waist cut. Can Faker do the splits? Yes, he can, and he can do them very well. Bring it back down. The loin cloth pretty much hides the thigh cut there. The knee is single jointed. Goes out that far. Bends back that far, I guess. Leg and kick up about that much. You can go back about that far. You do get a boot cut right there. You do get a hinge that goes up that much and goes back that far. No real ankle pivot to speak of. You do get peg holes on the bottom. So that does it for articulation. Pretty standard articulation from Mattel. It goes in line with all the other classic figures that have been released, so no complaints there. I'm sure people would like more articulation. I kind of would too, but it works. The great thing about this Ultimate line is the fact that it is available to people who were unable to pick up the line early on. And just to give you a quick backstory here, I was not collecting action figures till late 2008. So, pretty much, being honest with you, I didn't even know about this line until they were like 2 years in. Crazy, I know. So, let's go ahead and talk about accessories. In terms of accessories, I do think that this Ultimates line does live up to its name, even if it doesn't have collector-friendly packaging. It does come with this wonderful artwork card with the Rise Faker involved. It's got a bio on the back. Let me see if I can focus in there. If you want to read it, pause the video now, as so many other YouTube reviewers say. So very nice that they included that. And then let's talk about the other accessories. We got 3 different head sculpts here. We got classic Faker look that's in line with the vintage action figure. Sculpted and painted very nicely, done by the 4 Horsemen. Secondly, we have a more Mattel Classics of the Universe style Faker head here. Also done very nicely. And then we have this third head here, which I believe is an homage to the 2000X line. So you got many different head options for Faker here. Also, we get a battle axe. We get his armor. And we get 3 different power swords. So the first one is the half power sword. The second, I believe this one is a 2000X inspired one. And then we get a classic style power sword. And we get a shield, which just pegs onto his hand. All painted very nicely, molded in orange plastic, but effective nonetheless. Alright, so here we go. Size comparison time, folks. So we have Faker in the middle, we got Ram Man, and I actually forget that character's name. I bought him because he looked cool, and I figured he'd go in with my Thundercats line. Like I said, I'm not the biggest He-Man fan, just being honest with you, like I've said, but I think they look great. They're all in scale with each other, and I think they're pretty cool. This review will be coming soon. So, there you go. You have plenty of options for Faker to battle the forces of good and evil. Now, the pre-orders did sell out. They're in the process of currently shipping all of them. I'm still waiting on He-Man and Skeletor. I have Ram Man and Teela, and those reviews will be coming soon. However, if you head over to BigBadToyStore.com, I think they still have some available for pre-order for you to pick up if you missed out on the pre-sale. Do I think they're worth it? That's actually a really good question, considering I'm not a big He-Man fan. So, being honest with you guys, I do. I think they're very nice. If you missed out on these originally, they've tried to switch it up a little bit and give you something new along with something that's old. So, I really think they are worth the purchase. I know I'm kind of being hard on Super 7 for a lot of things. Like I said, a lot of that could be bitterness, but I'm just being honest and true to you guys. So if you can get your hands on them, by all means, go ahead and pick them up, because I think you'll have fun posing them. So that's the review, folks. As always, I appreciate the support. Please give a like if you're inclined to. Share with a friend, a neighbor, and even somebody over at Castle Grayskull if it tickles your pickle. Like I said, head over to BigBadToyStore.com for all your toy and collectible needs and to see if you can get your hands on these. Also, shout out to a friend of the show, the Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle Show. You can catch them every Monday night on plenty of auto streaming needs, or apps, if you will. If you're into toy photography, head over to Toy Lover Crew on Instagram. Throw them a follow and use the hashtag Toy Lover Crew to feature your toy art. And head over to UndercoverCapes.com for all your geekery podcasting needs. We've got Marvel, DC, indie, movie reviews, and video game talk. Everything under the sun. So, with that being said, thank you guys as always. Oh, I almost forgot. Head over to extreme-sets.com as well for all your diorama needs. They got some amazing backdrops. You're going to love the setups they have. So with that being said, thank you guys so very much. Stay tuned at the end for the slideshow. And until next time, tally ho!